On this week's Silver Screen Report, we have the inside scoop on Job Shadowing Month, details about on-the-spot college admissions, and take you behind the scenes of a music video shoot.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, February 21st, and your Silver Screen Report starts now.
February is National Job Shadowing Month, where students are able to get involved with the career of their choice. Here's Myasia Gilmore with the story.
Job shadowing is where students can see how their career of choice does.
Virtual job shadowing is where students can log into their account and virtually shadow someone in their career field. And there are interviews with them, there's information regarding their salaries.
Well, job shadowing is an opportunity for all students at the high school level to get out into the real world and real life jobs and follow or shadow a nurse or a doctor for a day or multiple days, just kind of see what they do.
Teachers say that job shadowing is important because it'll help the students' interest.
I think it'll really help them to see if they're interested in a profession or not, because sometimes people think that they're interested in something and then they find out like it's a whole different aspect of what they might not think it actually is.
Job shadowing is a great way for students to get out in the community and actually see what somebody does in their field. They can get a lot of questions answered. They can see whether this is something they want to do.
Classes like health science and sports medicine usually job shadows in clinics and hospitals.
In our classes, they job shadow at hospitals, nursing homes. They go to South Carolina Prevention and Cruelty to Animals. And our students get to read and tutor elementary school students 1-2 days a week out of their job shadowing experience as well.
You can job shadow in obviously athletic training. You can do orthopedics. You can do orthopedic surgery. You do physical therapy.
Job shadowing occurs twice a year for Dutch Fork students.
If you're interested in job shadowing, Dutch Fork students are able to job shadow twice a year, typically once in the fall semester and once in the spring semester. Definitely take advantage of it. It's a great opportunity to learn about certain jobs that are out there.
This has been Myasia Gilmore with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students about their dream jobs.
My dream job is an optometrist because I've always wanted to be one when I was little.
My dream job is to be a cosmetologist because I'm good at doing hair.
I want to be a computer engineer because my uncle, he finishing up his degree to be an engineer.
My dream job is nursing because I like fast-paced stuff and I want to help patients become better.
Teachers dedicate their lives to make sure students are successful in the future. Social studies teacher Erin Waller explains her day in the life as a teacher. Here's Gabe Franklin with the story.
Social studies teacher Erin Waller enjoys teaching and finds it to be a great job.
Great job. I think it's a lot of fun to help students kind of make those aha moments, to connect what was going on in history to like present day and why things are the way they are.
It has been Waller's dream to teach students about history and thinks it's important for students to know the background of Americans.
I always wanted to be a social studies teacher. I think it's really important for students to understand their history as Americans, and I think it's a really fun content to learn.
Waller's teaching style is not only about teaching content, but also what students will need for the real world.
I have a better understanding of the content, but in a way that I'm not just giving them facts, that they are learning something that they can take with them.
Waller explains how the average day goes by in her class.
A typical day for my U.S. history kids is that they come in, they take flashcards, and they do that as a warm-up for vocabulary. Then we do a PowerPoint with guided notes, and then typically we do something with the guided notes.
Waller explains what classes she teaches.
I teach U.S. history and AP Human Geography.
This has been Gabe Franklin with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is vicarious, an adjective meaning experiencing through another.
Last week, a representative from Francis Marion University came to Dutch Fork and offered to accept students on the spot. Here's Jonathan Blair with the story.
Last week, February 11th, a representative from Francis Marion came to Dutch Fork giving students the opportunity of accepting them on the spot.
The students here are great students. I had a great turnout before when I came for interview day recently. So I'm back now to see if other students are interested to attend university.
Many students were surprised by this opportunity.
That is extremely surprising because going through the college admissions process, like I had to write a bunch of essays and fill out all my scores and stuff, and applications, like results take months to come out. So seeing that a college is accepting people on the spot really is kind of very surprising.
Well, I think it's pretty surprising because it usually takes a lot of work looking at students' tests and extracurricular activities.
Knowing what type of students Francis Marion is looking for, it helps explain this unusual method.
We're looking for students who are committed, who wants to further their education. We're doing it on the spot because it's easier, and that way they can get a decision right then and there.
This has been Jonathan Blair with your Silver Screen Report.
Former Dutch Fork student Justin Daniels is a local artist continuing to build a following under the name Hero. Katie Rojas has a look behind the scenes of his new music video.
We are filming a music video for a new project coming out.
Stick to my guns and I got a ton. I ain't I ain't gonna run. I ain't no rookie, not trying to stunt. My clip is loaded, blow rockets for fun. And if you try to for me, I ain't the one. Tell them my name is a screaming.
So I have this album called Between the Panels 2, Hometown Hero. This song is called Little Yachty. So Yachty stands for, it's Y-A-D-Y, so you ain't dead yet. I started rapping in high school, so it's been a long time since I've been rapping. Actually started in Miss Medlock's class, so it was doing a lot of stuff during study halls, and then honestly while I was part of Silver Screen Report, I take a lot of free time and research a lot of artists and kind of develop my own style.
Guns and I got a ton. I ain't gonna run. I ain't no rookie, not trying.
You talk a lot about social inequality or social problems or issues that are going on. The whole point of the music is to kind of bring to light other issues that society has. It's not always about having fun, or it can be, but it's not always gonna be that. It's gonna be sometimes where maybe the message is bigger than the song itself. I remember back when I was the Silver Screen Reporter, one of the things that I had a lot of was creative freedom to kind of put music in super screen shows, and I remember we could do stories on whatever we wanted, and one of the times I remember I was just really influenced by a lot of hip hop. So I remember doing a story about a local rapper at that school. I think Medlock, I'll give her a lot of props. I give a lot of people props, but Medlock was great in helping me to kind of do that. They actually gave me one of my first mics ever. So I did a lot of home recording with that and kind of worked that out. She's had a really big influence on me. So it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication. And the biggest thing you got to keep in your mind is you can't give up, because there's always somebody out there that's working harder than you. You got to make sure that if you don't give up in that situation, you'll get what you want at the end of all of it. And things may not always go in the direction you might think they're going, but they still can be going in the right direction. It doesn't always show. It's not always the most visible thing in the world, but I think perseverance and not giving up are the biggest things that I could tell somebody like that.
Last week, James Ellington showed you how to create your own electronic dance music. This week, Darren Maharaj introduces you to an upcoming artist on the EDM scene.
Lauv is a 25-year-old musical artist who began making upbeat electro-pop music back in 2015. Give me shapes and letters, if it's not forever. The song Tattoos Together start with Lauv's engaging vocals as he utilizes the flexibility of his voice. He then backed the vocals with a fun and relaxing beat. I love you. Lauv uses these vocals to help convey his lyrics about loving a significant other and getting tattoos with them. Lauv also decided to support the song with a bright and colorful music video that easily pleases the eye of the viewer. Nobody else to play, I love you, baby. One weekend. Be sure to check out Lauv's music and his new album, How I'm Feeling. This has been Darren Maharaj with your Silver Screen Report. Real kissing, and somebody said, let's get tattoos together, something to remember.
And now for some announcements. Iker will be closed today during lunch. It will reopen on Monday. The DFHS Drama Department will present Chicago, the high school musician, this weekend in the auditorium Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for students, and will be available at the door. The show begins at 7 p.m. tonight and tomorrow. Theater 4 and 5 honors editions will be held next Wednesday and Thursday after school in room 411. You'll need to fill out an audition form and prepare 2 contrasting 1-minute monologues. You should also be prepared to perform an improv with the group. Now here's Amaya with more.
Thanks, Jackson. Attention juniors, the school day SAT is Tuesday. For those taking the test, please remember you must wear your ID in order to be admitted into the testing room. Bring your own number 2 pencils and ACT approved calculator. No cell phones or other electronics are allowed in the testing room. You may bring water and a snack to eat during the scheduled break times. See the roster posted outside the school counseling office for your testing location. Masterclass orchestra auditions will be held next Wednesday. If you are interested in auditioning, please see Orchestra Director Vincent Washington for audition requirements. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.